Welcome to Realizing Real Estate. Each week we will be issuing a new edition, an interview with an investor, developer, business leader, government official, scholars, and others, all who in some way impact the world of real estate and the quality of your investment. Real estate has many facets. We will explore many of them in these brief podcasts. Every one of our guests will be interviewed in greater depth and length on our weekly radio show, Our House, which is broadcast every Saturday at 9 a.m. on WBN 9:30 a.m. and 98.5 FM HD3 in the Buffalo Niagara Marketplace, but is accessible anywhere in the world on the Odyssey app or at WBN.com. All of Realizing Real Estate podcasts are available at the iTunes Store, and our House radio shows are archived on our blog at huntrealestate.com. Join us every week and give us your feedback and suggestions for future topics, also at huntrealestate.com. Welcome to Realizing Real Estate, a weekly podcast designed to help you protect and enhance your investment in real estate by featuring some of the leading experts in the industry and related industries to help us decide what's right or wrong in the real estate industry and how it can benefit you. My guest today is James Hoffman, who is a team leader at Hunt Real Estate ERA and also one of the leading experts on residential real estate all across Western New York. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Peter.
It's good to have you here. Jim, you've been a leader in this industry for a while. Give us a little background on you.
Well, I've been doing this crazy business. I'm starting my 40th year about the middle of November, which I look back and just say, it's just, wow, that's a long time to be doing anything, let alone in a sales career. But very fortunate young man. I was 22 and just kind of fell into real estate. And within 6 months, I said, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. And here I am, made ahead of it. So I'm excited. I love what I do. Every day I still really get into real estate. I love helping people. I've created a team for the past, we're going into 11 years now. That was a passion of mine. When I said a statement about 11 years ago, I woke up and I said to myself, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always have what you already have. And that statement hit hard with me. And I got on several airplanes and flew around the country and found that wonderful Zillow at the time, and that just changed my life. Within a year, just went really big on Zillow. And the phone rang so much I couldn't handle it, and we decided to start a team. I sat down with you a few times and for a couple hours and kind of gave you my thoughts and things. I don't think you were really thrilled in the beginning because I think you thought I was going to get a big team and go open up Hoffman Realty, which I never had any desire to do.
You've had the good sense not to do that. That much I agree with.
No, thanks.
Let's go back to kind of the mission of this podcast, and that is tell people protect and enhance their investment in real estate. And you've I don't know how many hundreds of customers you've handled over that period of time, but I know it's a great many.
Actually, a little over 2,500.
Well, there you go, more than a couple hundred. That's fantastic. It's a great tribute to you and the work you do. In that process, though, there's kind of three chunks to it. One is the getting people ready to buy or sell, and that's the advice part. They call you in strictly as an advisor, or you meet with them as an advisor if they haven't bought a home yet, and you kind of lay it out for them, and you can elaborate on that in a second. The second is the actual process of buying the house, looking, negotiating, whatever, right, and then top to closing. But a big chunk of our world really is what happens afterwards, because a lot of times real estate agents are viewed as love them and leave them. Got the house closed and then they can't remember the guy's name.
They're called transactional real estate people.
There you go. So how do you differ from that average guy?
Well, I send out 1,100 bills calendars every year. I send out 1,100 bill schedules, and then calendars, 1,100 of those. We have several systems that touch people in a really nice, friendly way. And one is called Happy Grasshopper. It's really cool. The one that really got us the most action, if you will, was a picture of a dog snout. And it went out to like 8,000 people. And the caption said, do you realize that your dog's nose print is as identifiable as your thumbprint? And the reactions of people was off the charts. So we send out cutesy stuff like that. You know, it says we're in real estate, but we're not saying, can I help your brother buy a house or your mother or whatever else. It's very low key. They call it touches, and we're really good at that, touching people in a nice way. over and over and over, not in their face, not real salesy. And my phone rings because of that. And that's a knack. You don't just start doing that. It's very costly, but we found the right companies, and we do a lot of that. So keeping in touch with people.
Well, that's interesting, because the average lifespan of a real estate agent in this country is 5 years. In other words, that they might start, but by 5 years from now, chances are they're gone.
87% of people quit in 3.
And that's it. And 50% are in the first year. So yeah. It's a diminishing audience, but there seems to be a constantly replenishing group.
Yes.
That keeps our numbers up. And you mentioned to me before the issue of what would happen with the outcome of these lawsuits and against the National Association of Realtors and against various large companies around the country. And you mentioned that you thought that the industry would shrink a little bit because of that. So describe that a little bit.
Well, the industry's changed. The industry's changed a lot, but it hasn't changed a lot. I don't know if that makes sense, but the way people are finding us finally after all these years is they're either going to Google or they're going to the computer, and they're doing homework on real estate people before they just walk into an open house and say, oh, she looks nice, let's go do that, or he looks professional, let's do that. People are absolutely doing homework, and that's great, because the people that spend the time making that available to the public are the people that are succeeding in real estate. And that's where the team concept came from, is we have 6 really good minds that are seasoned in real estate, and we talk once a week together. And then, of course, we talk every day. Gershon just called me a few minutes ago about how can we make this better? What would you do here? So we kind of help each other, coach each other through potential problems. And it may be a seller doing something crazy, or a buyer doing something crazy, or believe it or not, a bad attorney or a bad home inspector or a bad banker. And we talk through those things. And we're able to help our clients, buyers and sellers, keep that deal together because of our knowledge. And that works very well together. So I guess what I'm hearing is, and we only have a little bit of time left here, what I'm hearing is that it used to be that we found our customers because they were attracted to the product. Yes.
We had the listing.
Yes.
And they wanted to see it.
Yep.
And so they wanted to engage with the listing agent. And even one of the national websites touts today that if you contact them, you go directly to the listing agent. That's foolish, but whatever. Which may be a bad idea. Absolutely. And what you're saying is that that's changed now to people saying, I want to work with an expert. I don't understand the process. I know that I can't find a house. It's been forever since I could find a house, so I want an expert. So in the last couple of seconds here, how does that really impact you? Phenomenally. I mean, we're going to do $50 million in business this year, and it's because people are doing the homework and they're finding us. We're not finding them. They're finding us. They're clicking on Zillow, TrulyARealtor.com, Google, Facebook. They're finding that, and then they're doing their homework by going to the website, and there's the website that matches the industry, and it tells people that we're not just salespeople. We care. And I think that's a good way to close. James Hoffman, head of the House Hoffman Team. House Hoffman Team. I'll get to that right one of these days. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Peter. I'd like to thank our listeners. We again with another episode of Realizing Real Estate in another week. Thank you very much.